How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Prime Energon, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers crossovers 2025 Back to the Future Gigawatts. Now, this is a re-release of this guy, so this is going to be the 40th anniversary. I believe the last one was the 35th anniversary, and this one is going to be the newer version. As you can see, 2025 on there. So fantastic! Finally got my hands on this character. So first and foremost, thank you guys for joining me here on Prime Energon. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It'll really help the channel out, and it'll help me out in the long run as well. So first and foremost, let's take a look at the packaging. So here we go. Transformers Gigawatts crossovers 2025. We got some nice artwork of Gigawatt right here on the front, and some nice artwork on the inside of the packaging as well. Got some basic transformation steps up top, doing it old school style. Of course, there's a little bit more involved in that, but it's very simple to transform. Taking a look at the bottom right here, you get the barcode and some more shots of Gigawatt. Over here, we got Back to the Future 40th anniversary. Back of the DeLorean. Going on over to the back, we get some stats of Gigawatt. If you want to check that out, Transformers, more than meets the eye. Over here on this side, again, some more product shots. And that is it for the packaging. So, taking a look at Gigawatt right here on the details, nicely done. This is pretty much a retool of the Sideswipe mold. So, I'm pretty sure everybody already knows that. And you could tell on the legs, of course, the big chest. But there's some differences here. And let's go ahead and take a look. So, very nice head sculpt. Of course, it is a little bit buried underneath there, just like Sideswipe. But on this one, you can see the face just a little bit more when you're looking straight on. Sideswipe, it's just a little bit more covered up. So that is a nice touch. You also get some nice detailing on the front of the chest. You get the dates on there, which is fantastic. If you guys know what I'm talking about, Back to the Future, you get the flux capacitor on there as well. So very nice. Check that out. Looking really good. Nice attention to detail on there. I love the texture that they put on here. It mimics the stainless steel of the DeLorean very nicely with the sheen of the color, and the texture on there looks really nice. I'm really impressed on how they got the texture on there. And taking a look at the face sculpt, you get some nice goggles for Gigawatt, some silver for the face, and some nice blue eyes for the goggles. And then taking a look at the side, there you go for that. And going on over to the arms, done in a gray and a black plastic. Other than what you see a little bit right here on the front of the vehicle mode, going on over to the legs, you get some black right here, black plastic for the thighs, and the front of the legs, some nice detailing. They mimic the flux capacitor on his shins as well, which I just barely noticed that. That's a nice touch. Nice detailing on there. And then going on over to the side, you do get the wheels. Now, you can't have them either out like that or like this. Personally, I just like having them like so. Taking a look at the side, it's pretty much the rear of the car on the back of his legs as well. And on the back, you get the roof of the car with the doors swung out. So that is also pretty cool. I like how they did that. So going on over to his accessories, you do get his blaster with the Mr. Fusion on here for an accessory as well, which can be turned around, and you can, I guess, use it as a watch if you wanted to. If you were to put it in this port right here, but I'd be careful because all of this is painted and it will come off pretty easily. But some nice detailing for that, as you can see right there. Mr. Fusion, love this little guy. This looks actually pretty cool. Blaster just done in a light gray plastic, pretty basic, but some nice detailing on his blaster as well. He can hold it in his hand, or he could have it on the side of his arm if you wanted to do that. And you also do get some storage underneath the doors. You get some ports underneath here for weapon storage if you want to have this stored on there. And then finally, we do get his lightning rod, or his hook, that they use in the movie as well. This is done out of a flimsy plastic, but some nice detailing on the hook, little wire going around it. And yeah, it's pretty cool. And like I said, all of this can be stored on him as well. So taking a look at articulation of Gigawatt. So his head is on a ball joint, can look up that far. He can look at you, and he can look it down, and side to side, he can go all the way around. And then the arms can go all the way around as well. They can go all the way out. You get some upper bicep rotation, and you get 90-degree bend at the bicep. The wrist, no rotation. They can go in. That's due to transformation. You do get a unhindered waist rotation as well. Legs can kick forward. They can kick back. They can kick out to the side. And you do get 9-degree, almost 90-degree. It sort of knocks this piece out, unfortunately. So if you were to do that, maybe, but yeah, this piece sort of comes all the way out when you do bend the knee, so that is kind of unfortunate. So without that coming out, you get under 9-degree bend at the knee, and then you also do get some ankle tiltage. So going on over some comparisons, so here we got Gigawatt from Transformers crossovers, and here we got another crossover. We got Bone Shaker from the Hot Wheels crossover. Stay tuned to the channel. We will be doing a review on this guy next. Code Red from Transformers Stranger Things crossover. So you get a nice shot of that. And his fellow mold mate is going to be Sideswipe. As you can see, sharing a lot of similarities. Same legs, same arms. A lot of the same similarities with Sideswipe. Transformation of this guy is pretty simple. It was annoying to begin with, but we're going to go ahead and show you that. So we're going to knock in the wrists and fold up the arms so they are just like that. Knock in the wrists, fold up the arms, and we're going to sort of just keep them out and about like so. We're going to open up his arms right here, which will release the chest piece. You can see we got a hinge right there, and that will release this whole piece right here. First and foremost, we're going to go ahead and take care of the wheels, which were the annoying part. These things love to fall off. They're on two separate hinges, one to knock them in, and then one to knock them in further. And that one that knocks them in further, this one is okay. But the one that continues on always kept coming out. So what I did is I put a little bit of super glue on this little area. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see if I zoom in. Just, whoa. Zoomed in a little bit too much. So there's like a little gap to where these wheels come in and out. A little notch that they kept coming out of. So what I did was I put some super glue on that to block that little gap. That way they don't come out. So yeah, that's what I did to fix that. And now the wheels do not come out. So we're going to go ahead and fold them out. So we're going to go ahead and fold them out just like so. And then now we can take care of this panel. We're just going to go turn this all the way around, and that will reveal the hood. And then now we can bring this whole piece forward, and that will just sort of doop into place. Now we can bring the arms in, and they will just sort of tuck in here just like so. And he will have this look going on for him right there. And then you got pretty much car mode, the front car, all done and ready. Now we're going to come on over to the legs, and we're going to open these guys up, and we're going to flick open the thrusters on the back of the car. That way we can knock in the feet, and then that pretty much takes care of that. Now we're going to go ahead and connect the legs down the middle, and they will snap into place. We're going to go ahead and rotate at the waist, and then now we can go ahead and bring all of this forward and collapse it onto itself. And then now we can close up these panels, and we can close up the panels on the bottom of the feet. And then now for the shoulders, there is this little piece that you got to sort of just slide forward, and that will finish the wheel well on this side. Do the same thing over here, slide this forward, and that will finish the wheel well. And then now we can go ahead and close up the doors. You'll get a tab right there and a tab right there. And there you go for the transformation of Gigawatt. All right, so let's take a detailed look of Gigawatt. So here we got Gigawatt transformed into his DeLorean, looking fantastic. You got the Mr. Fusion on the back. Oh, wait a minute. This isn't Gigawatt. This is the Jada toys. What the heck? Boom. Yeah. We got him to compare him to. So yeah, they did a really good job of Gigawatt. Better than the actual Jada Toys car that we have. So yeah, we'll compare him to that. But let's take some details look of Gigawatt over here. Really nice detailing. They did a fantastic job of all this wiring on the back of the car. Look at that. The paint job, this black piece wiring going all the way down. Looks phenomenal. I love the glossy black they got up here for the little thrusters on the back. You get the out of time California license plate. Very nice touch. Love that. You get some nice red for the rear tail lights. Some really nice neon green for this wiring right here as well. And look at all the intricate detail. They did a fantastic job detailing this. You get some blacked out windows. They are smoky. And then checking out the wheels, some nice chrome wheels on here, done very, very nicely. And that black line continues on through the car. You get some more wiring up front as well. Again, really nice job with that. Taking a look at the front bumper. No DeLorean branding on here. Some nice silver for the front lights. And the black for the bumper. Looks very, very, very nice. They did a fantastic job with the detailing on this. And you can also open the doors if you wanted to. You could do that if you wanted to. So that's also kind of nice. And another cool feature you could do is you could do his flying mode. So if you knock in the wheels. Oh. Knock in the wheels. Let's go ahead and do that over here. Knock in the wheels. Come on. Come on. Knock in the wheels. There you go. You can knock in the wheels and have his flying mode. Again, put this guy on a flight stand using that peg. This will look absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. And we got another wheel falling off. So yeah, wheels fall off very easily. That's one of my gripes. As far as all the storage goes, the gun will store right here on this peg. And that is a very nice storage. Look at that. You don't even know it's there. So that's pretty cool. The wire catcher will go on this hole up top. Just like so. And Mr. Fusion will go on the back, obviously. So it's a very shallow peg, but I think it stays in there pretty well. And then here you got the completed look of Transformers Gigawatt. Fan-freaking-tastic. He rolls. Okay. The wheels don't roll all the best, but still, he doesn't roll the best. Alright, so as far as comparisons go, here we got Gigawatt, and here we got Transformers Sideswipe, fellow mold mates. So there you go, how that looks together. Looking fantastic. A little bit bigger than Sideswipe, but there you go, looking pretty cool. Crossover Hot Wheels Bone Shaker. And there you go for that side comparison. Here we go for the Transformers Stranger Things Code Red. When it comes down to that, finally, we're going to do the whole Jada toys. And there you go for the actual toy. And there you go for that lastly comparison. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this review of the Transformers crossover 2025 Back to the Future Gigawatt. If you guys did, give this video a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And I will see you next time here on Prime Energon. Happy New Year. Peace.